All right, I'm going to do the arm and hand holding the rifle in a scabbard. I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to make a removable arm that I can remove from the sculpture itself so they can cast the arm and the gun separate. But I've got to just figure out how to do that. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to have to design it so I can stick it down into the clay. I got to match the measurements of my arm on the clay as it is right now. That's where the wrist is. What I'm going to do is wrap this steel wire around the arm. Sorry, I can't keep it in the camera because it's hard to do this with one hand or two hands. Well, anyway. Now, all right, I'm going to make the armature for the stock or the butt of the rifle. And I've taken some electrician's tape and cut it thinly so that I can use it to wrap this onto the armature of the rifle. It's going to be hard for me to keep it in camera because I've got to move my hand around. There, that's done. Now I'm going to make the attachment for the hand because I'm going to want it to be cast as one piece. Whew. I'm going to have to cut down the size of this electrician's tape in width. I don't want the electrician's tape to be overpowering as far as the clay going on to it. There we go. Now, I don't know if this is going to even work, but I gotta try to make it work. This is the only way I can think of how to do this. I think it'll be okay. All right, I'm going to light up my lamp here. And by the way, that's an electronic lighter I got off of Amazon. And I'm going to heat up my knife so that I can cut his arm, existing arm, off. All right, I've got the arm on, and now it's a matter of figuring out the steps I need to take to sculpt this thing, so I'm going to do that right now. First thing I'm going to do is start doing the arm, and I think that's the best approach to take at this moment. Now I'm going to have it moving around because of the fact that it's just one single piece of wire going into the body of the figure. I'm going to try to work that out so that I don't have it moving around. I'm going to put a piece of clay on the rifle to keep it from moving on me. And what I'm going to do is I'll sculpt the arm. Sorry my hand's in the way, but I can't help that. Mind you, I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. Sometimes you just got to go in blindly and try it and hope that your past experience of sculpting kicks in. Hopefully. Okay. I gotta start working on that rifle. Gonna have to do that off the figure. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna cut the arm off. Okay, I'm gonna drill a hole to put the wire into the arm wire, and so that I can work on this rifle separately from the figure. I drove a screw through the hole that the wire is in, so it anchors the arm. Now it's a matter of figuring out what I'm going to do here. Now it's just a matter of putting the clay on. I've never done this approach before on sculpting a rifle in a hand. It's connected like this. I just can't see any other way of doing it. Now, I'm not worried about the detail of the rifle because that's going to be inside of a gun sheath. But I do need to get at least some form to it. So far, this is working pretty good. I'm using my old Hero 8 black. That's why the clay looks like it's blue right now. I left the other one upstairs and I got down here and I wasn't going to go back upstairs to get it. I had the old camera down here, so I figured what the heck, I'm going to just save myself a trip upstairs. When you're 80 years old, going up and down stairs is a lot harder than when you're 20 or 30 years old. I used a fondue stick for the main body of the long rifle. Alright, I've mounted the arm on the edge of the board. I'm going to have to probably try to work something else out. And I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. But for now, I'll just go ahead and do this, get it started. Being a sculptor, you got to have both sides of the rifle. If I was a painter, I'd only have to worry about one side. I thought of a better way to do this. I have this jig that I made from doing the head of a figure set up, so I just put the wire in there, bent it so that it would fit in there and be at the right angle for me to work on the rifle. It's a learning process as I go along. I work out things as I work on the sculpture itself. Then trying to figure out how to show it to you guys as I work on it. It's taken up most of today. Boy, if you think this is easy, it's not. I'm sorry my hand gets in the way, but I got no other way to film this. Well, that's as far as I'm going to get today. I spent most of my time just trying to work out how to do it, and also the camera mount broke on me, so I had to spend time to get that all worked out. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow on this. No, I won't be back tomorrow. I'm going to be heading to the hospital tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment, and so I got to take care of that. So I guess I'll see you guys next week. I'm happy the way it turned out. Now, whether I can make it actually work out is a whole different story. I'm just trying to think how I'm going to do the fringe on this thing. It's going to cost a fortune to cast this thing if I do the fringe. I might have to do a short fringe. Anyway, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And but I think you can see how it's going to look. We'll see if it works out. All right, good night, everybody. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.